They say that time heals all wounds, but I believe it's actually pieces of the past. The pieces that have survived wear and tear, chips, and even breaks along the way that someone was able to put back together, though not without imperfections and flaws, that can help soften life's blows. When life's changes feel too sharp to handle, I reach for chipped dishes and pieces of the past. It's one of my calming powers. I love dishes, not so much new dishes, but I love the delicate patterns of long ago. They tell a story of survival. And when one is dealing with grief, thinks of survival is vital. My 50-year-old lamps belong to my Aunt Mary Beth's grandmother. And Mary Beth gifted them to me one day just because I commented on how pretty they were. And she knew that I appreciated old things. Every time I look at them, they remind me that even though one was broken, my husband was able to alter it, which made it slightly different in appearance, but it's still beautiful and it works perfectly. It still has a meaning and a purpose here in my home. Sometimes I light a candle when I cook. Sometimes I cook in the quiet. And as I mix sourdough in my grandmother's mixing bowl, I imagine all of her struggles. Yet I think about what a resilient woman she was. I imagine her humming. She loved to sing. And as she would turn the dough over and over again, I can hear her singing. I imagine that chip in the top of the bowl happened because it slipped out of her hands and maybe hit against the sink too hard. And then I wonder if she might have cut her finger on that chip. Yet she didn't throw the bowl away just because of its imperfections or cut finger, which allows me to use her bowl in my kitchen while trying to be resilient and touching things from the past. Her health was often fragile, and I wonder how many times she felt like just giving up, but she didn't. And she kept mixing the dough in the same damaged mixing bowl until her body wouldn't allow her to fight anymore. As I go to my hodgepodge adorned hutch to decide which vintage dish I want to use, I see my sweet friend Gertie's serving dishes that I wouldn't take anything for today. She was 92 when she passed, and I know she saw so much loss and change throughout her life. I touch them gently, and I know that she would love that I have them. They're a little worn, but they survived. And then I see my sweet Aunt Onita's apple pattern, and my mind goes back to my childhood when my innocent thoughts wouldn't allow me to think that I would ever be touched by anything so cruel as losing my granddaughter. But the memories of sitting at her table and eating from those dishes bring about a feeling of warmth and comfort that makes me smile. She passed in her 90s as well, and though she was a genteel lady and lived a full life, she fought many issues throughout her life. she was resilient. And then I see a spoon from my childhood kitchen, and it melts my heart at the memories of prompt 5:30 p.m. evening suppers, all 5 of us chattering and laughing and sometimes squabbling, or my dad slurping his soup, but together just the same. I see myself laying the silverware in the kitchen sink as we cleared the table for my mother to wash the dishes. We sat and cleared the table. She washed the dishes. That's how it went. My mother is also a very resilient and strong woman and has had numerous health issues over the past 8 years. And she's still facing them today. But she's a survivor, and that one spoon reminds me of her strength and endurance, as most of our losses have been the same. In your struggle with grief, I encourage you to look at the things from the past, touch them, hover over them, and imagine what they've been through and how and why they still exist. Close your eyes and remember or imagine the things each piece has seen or felt. Draw strength from them and take comfort in them. Grab them and hold on to that brief moment of peace.